Hey, and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show. And let's just keep subscribing. Let's get ourselves to 100,000, hopefully before the end of this month. So I want to talk about something I spoke to Ben Meiselas about on our Political Beatdown show, and that's the polls. On Abby Phillips on CNN, they had a gentleman, Professor Lichtman, who, by the way, is a professor at the American University in Washington, D.C., my alma mater, who's talking about the polls and what they mean. And he has a metric that he uses, and he's been right now 9 out of 10 times in the last elections. So I think we really have to understand that maybe his metrics work, maybe that they provide an answer that we'll call it these nonsensical polls that deal with 200 people, that those deal with. His metrics seem to work. And the question that was posed to him was, should Biden step down? And can Joe Biden win this election? And the answer was a resounding, no, he should not step down, not under any circumstances. And Professor Lichtman has Donald Trump successful in the November election. So what I want you to do is I want you to listen to this clip, and then you'll understand exactly the point that I am trying to make. And the point is, Joe Biden, under no circumstance, should step down, and he should keep going regardless of the performance at that first debate. Remember just how successful the country is doing right now in so many areas.
It's like, let's just focus on the data. And here's a data point as well. And this comes from Professor Lichtman at American University, who has 13 criteria, which has
my
been
alma mater.
I love it. I was in GW, so I was right by you, and then I was in Georgetown Law. And so Professor Lichtman has predicted like every presidential election. He goes, look, here's what you should be focusing on, the data. Stop with the BS. Watch what he says here, Cohen, and then I want to get your take on it. Play the clip.
All of these pundits and pollsters and analysts that you see on all the cable channels and all the networks have no track record in predicting elections. And yet they come on and they claim they know how this debate is going to affect the outcome of elections. They have no idea. It's sports talk radio. It may be entertaining, but it has no scientific basis.
So what is the impact, do you think?
Zero. Debates are not predictive of outcomes. Hillary Clinton won all 3 debates, still lost. John Kerry won all the debates, still lost. Barack Obama got trounced, 72 to 20% in the poll, worse than Biden, and went on to win. That's why we rely on the 13 keys which tap into the structure of how elections really work. And they show that Democrats' really only chance to win, contrary to everything you've heard, is with Biden running. Look at the incumbency key. Biden checks that off. The contest key, he checks that off. He was uncontested. It takes 6 keys to count out the White House party.
But you know,
that means
Allan,
of the remaining 11 keys, 6 would have to fall. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Biden doesn't run. They lose the contest key. They lose the incumbency, and only 4 more keys would have to fall.
I think that that's actually kind of what I was trying to get at here, is that the problem right now is that the Democratic Party is considering replacing Biden, mostly because it's unclear whether or not he actually physically can carry out the rest of this campaign and put up a fight against his opponent. So that seems like a fundamentally different thing than some of the items that you have in your rubric.
It's a huge mistake. They're not doctors. They don't know whether Biden is physically capable of carrying out a second term or not. Remember, a lot of folks were saying the same thing about Ronald Reagan, who was, 73, and age was very different then. And they said, he's not capable of carrying out another term. He won 49 states. So this is all foolhardy nonsense. The same pundits and pollsters who led us down the primrose path in 2016 are giving the Democrats horrible advice. This proves what I've been saying for years. Republicans have no principles. Democrats have no spine. Republicans are sticking with a blatant liar who lied for every 1 minute and 20 seconds of that debate. Donald Trump put out a lie. And by the way, lies stick. Debate performances can be overcome. And now the first sign of adversity, the spineless Democrats want to throw under the bus their own incumbent president. My goodness.
Okay, so hold on. First of all, I dig Professor Lichtman, all right, and so on. But Abby Phillips, she put into his head that, the Democrats are looking to get rid of. That's bullshit, all right? The fact that just because people are talking and say, is he up to the task, doesn't mean that they already want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is so stupid. And the fact that it took over all media, all forms of media, print, television, social media. The fact that they do this all the time. Why? Because Abby Snorrex, Phillips turns around and says that. CNN is so out of fucking control with their nonsense and their spewing of horse shit. Why? Because Dana Bash and Tapper did a fucking shit job as moderators? Enough already. Why are we even paying any attention to them? They are so desperate trying to become Fox Light that they have fucked up their entire broadcast. Their ratings are in the fucking toilet. In the toilet. That's why I once turned around and I said, I'll never forget, they should come with a bag of cash for somebody like Jeff Zucker. Give him $1 billion, because when Zucker was running CNN, they were really profitable. They were spot on. There was none of this nonsense. You don't do a debate and then just sit there as a question reader. This whole thing is garbage. It's nonsense. Ben, I'm with you. Two fingers salute today goes to the 5 members of the Supreme Court that wrote the opinion on this ridiculous presidential immunity, fucking up not just our entire day, but could fuck up our entire democratic republic. So Supreme Court guys, fuck you already. Seriously, it's country over party. It's country over principle. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's why you are a Supreme Court judge for life. It's not supposed to be what the Heritage Foundation wants. It's not supposed to be about denigrating a certain class of people. It's not supposed to be about stripping women of their rights. It's not supposed to be about denigrating black people. Enough already. It's just enough. And the President of the United States should not, under any circumstance, have any rights different than that of you and I. Plain and simple. There's one set of laws for all Americans. And anybody that thinks differently, including those members of the Supreme Court, you're just plain fucking wrong. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. We're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.